Hi, it's Erin, and I'm checking in a bit late. I think I've passed the 4 month mark, so I think I'm about 17 weeks post-op now. Um, what's been happening? So we're a third of the way through recovery. Third of the way. There's been such a long journey already with the surgery and the initial physio and the rehab, and you make such a progression in that first 4 months. You are talking about having your surgery and then those initial stages in physio and redeveloping a lot of the movement that we had before surgery. So I've found in the last few weeks I've really struggled to get my physio done. I've kind of lost my want to do it. I still go to the physio. We've moved out to fortnightly visits, which is good. And I've got a ton of exercises that I need to and should be doing. I just don't have the motivation to do it. And look, I know that it'll help improve it and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just sort of struggling because you see such a huge improvement so quickly after surgery. Then it kind of tapers off, and you get a bit better, and then you kind of get a bit worse, and you get a bit better again, and it's just, I'm not a patient person, and so this is taking a long time, and I'm getting frustrated with the lack of strength. I'm getting frustrated with the lack of movement. Now look, I'm developing my strength back. I've got some excellent, sorry, I'm half on the floor. Excellent exercises from my physio, and he's been brilliant. And so I'm just gonna, there you go. And I've been going back to the gym, and I have added now extra weight on from where I was initially. So where I was on the lightest, or the 1 kilo bowels, I've gone up to 3 kilos, and I've tucked into the next level weight on all the arm machines, which is good. So, which arm? This arm was my surgical arm. You can still see that it sits slightly lower than my left, but that'll just be strength and conditioning. All my pectoral muscles are so sore. Even just to gently press on them now, that just causes so much pain, and around the back through my shoulder blades. I actually had an osteo appointment because my left side clagged right up. It was like, nope, I've spent 4 months doing all the hard work, carrying the load, I've had it. And so it completely packed it in, and I had to get all of those muscles massaged out and loosened, and had some adjustments made through my neck and my spine. My physio, who is actually my best friend, was amazing. She checked before she did every movement whether it was compensating my shoulder, so I was really, really happy with that. So I guess I'm at that point where it's now it's a mental game. It's, I know that doing my physio and my exercises will improve, but then you get that whole, I don't see the improvements, I'm not going to do them, and it's a bit of a mind struggle at the moment. So I actually saw my physio last Thursday, and he's given me more exercises this time. I'm going to start working on all the deltoid muscles, so anterior, the cross, and the posterior deltoids, and they hurt. He decided that it would be a perfect time to massage out over my scar, because obviously a lot of that's quite tight and is restricting a lot of my movement as well. So yeah, we're just working on all of that. He's been very conscious of making sure I keep really excellent posture in doing all of my movements, not lifting my shoulders up to my ears and all that kind of stuff. Having the dancing training beforehand has been actually really quite beneficial to all of this because, you know, particularly with classical ballet, you are talking about keeping a nice long neck line and your shoulders down and your shoulder blades flat. So I can consciously do that to my own body. It's just if I do that, my movement's not so great, but my physio's happy because that's how he wants me to move. So I'm going to give you guys a bit of a look at where my movement is at the moment. So I'm just going to, excuse me for a second, tilt this back a bit. Hopefully you can't see out my nose. And I'm going to stand up and step. Okay, so there we go. So if I go, I might bring this a bit more forward so you can get a more of a front kind of a shot. And I just might, yeah, a bit there. So just across here. So if I do this up here, you can see I can get to about there before I feel the need to lift my shoulders. That varies day to day, I will admit. I'm actually going to sit back down. That varies day to day quite a lot. If I've done my physio, obviously I have a lot more movement. If it's a dancing day, I have a lot more movement. So if I haven't used my shoulders too much during the day, it's very sore. Also, I find I've got a lot more movement if I have recently had a hot shower or heat packs or whatever. Obviously loosen the muscles up. Okay, to the side. So these aren't too bad because I have fairly good. So you can see that's weak. So I'm lifting here. So if I push that right back down. So that's about my movement. And obviously I can get it up quite high before I lift. If I have to lift, I can do quite well, but that's not the point. It's not using the right muscles that I need to use. My rotation, so this will be one that I think a lot of people will know. You sort of sit there and you have your arm in an L and you have this outward rotation. Now, this is one of my biggest irks. I have very limited rotation, in particular in comparison to my left. This is just exercise and strengthening and loosening muscles because I'm very tight, in particular, still through all the way back down here. And the dreaded behind the back, because this is the one that, this is the painful one. So I'm going to turn around a bit and I'm just going to, I can usually grasp my hands, so that's not too bad, but I feel like I've got a broken chicken wing back here. If I push it down like that, I can do that with straight arms and I can push it away from my body. There's a bit of a stretch there, but nothing critical, so you can see I can get a little bit of space there. In comparison, so my left hand, I can put that right up here in between my shoulder blades, but my right hand, you know, I can kind of, without any assistance, kind of get it to, you know, the base of my spine. That's the bane of my existence. That's my struggle. That's the one that really makes me quite defeated. I cannot put a bra on properly yet. I am wearing them, but it's, you know, sometimes I have to put it down at the base of my spine and then wiggle it up, or I have to put it on, you know, in the front and wiggle it around. It's just, you know, that's the one. My physio does a lot of stretching of my arm and a lot of massage. So when he's supporting my arm and doing all that kind of stuff, I have a lot more movement. But that's because I've got someone else supporting my arm. I am trying to do a lot more. My physio's been very adamant that I don't be scared now to do things that I would normally have done on my arm. So say I'm a right hand sleeper, okay, and I don't think I've slept on my right hand side probably 12 months at least, because of the pain that used to be associated with that, and obviously then after having the surgery 4 months ago. I've kind of tried, but I find that it's just still a little bit too much pressure, but I am trying. I asked my physio about things like push-ups, planks and all that kind of stuff, and I'm allowed to do them on the wall. And I do them with elbows tucked in, none of this elbows out stuff. But that's all to do with all these muscles here. So I guess it's just, I've got to keep at it. I've got to really keep going, not just for me, for my students. All my students have been amazing in, coping with Miss Erin having a bung arm. If I sort of need them to do a movement with their arm and sort of say, I need them to do this, they will know that I mean this kind of, the arm needs to be up and out. So, or with my classical girls, bringing their arms up to fifth. Of course, my arms can only get up to here when I need them all the way up here, but they know exactly what I'm talking about. So I've been so appreciative to my students, and of course both the schools that I work with, because no one's had an issue with this. They've let me do what I need to do. I've taught my sling. I've taught, pretty much I took 1 week off post-surgery and they've just let me do what I need to do. I got all my kids through their exams and they all did really, really, really super well. No one's got their results yet, so that's my secret for now. But, we got through even with a teacher with a bung arm, so I'm super grateful to all of them. The only thing that irks me more than anything these days is people ask me all the time, how's it going? How's it going? And I know they're showing interest and all that kind of stuff, but I'm over it. I can't tell you how it's going because I've never been through it before. I don't know what I'm supposed to be expecting, and if it's a day where I'm feeling very defeated by my arm, I don't want to freaking talk about it, It's one of those things. Some days it can be great and I have no issues, and sometimes I can wake up and it's painful and, maybe I slept on it and I slept on it too heavy, or I've moved it throughout the night, or I've stretched it wrong, or it's let me know that it's not impressed with me. So it's... Some days I just want to forget that I did it. I don't regret doing it though. There is where I was having pain in my movement, I'm not anymore. There's a lot of movement to come and a lot of strengthening to happen, like all my elbow rotation and stuff, but no, I don't regret it. Not yet. Anyway, so this is my 4-month catch up. I will catch you all hopefully in a few weeks for month number 5. All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye.